Kartavyamasti namameha hi kinchideva stadavyamityadimana bhuvi samstitosmi samshantaya satata suptadhiyaiva vritya karyam karomi nacha kinchidaham karomi karyam karomi nacha kinchidaham karomi Madhya hridaya kashe sadanandamayo kuruhu udetu satatam samyak swatmananda prabodhakaha Harihi 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 Om Tat Sat. Let us have the recitation. Interlock your fingers and put them on your lap. Sit comfortably erect. Close your eyes, open the mouth and heart and join me. Let us reach the entire globe with the benedictions of this joint recitation. Divibhumau tatha kashe
Divibhumau tatha kashe
Bahirantascha me vibhuhu
Bahirantascha me vibhuhu
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Yo vibhatyavabhasatma
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha
Tasmai sarvatmane namaha.
All of you should understand that whatever we say, scriptures, in the form of our scriptures and scriptural compositions, all of them are actually the words of seers. Whenever you read the Shastras, you must have a feeling. What is that feeling? The author is coming and talking to me, just like a guru talks to the disciple. Physically, the authors are not there. You know, my attitude towards Krishna and Rama is something very interesting. I don't want to see a picture of Rama or keep a picture of Rama or Krishna. It's enough if I hear what they have said or the author has written about them. That is sufficient. Nothing else is required. Words are very, very powerful. Every word represents an idea. And idea is a unit of knowledge. So when you hear, as you are hearing, knowledge should get filled and filled and filled in you. It is just like dropping drops of milk into the tub of water. With every drop, if you notice, the water will change its color. After some time, there will be no water, only milk. This is the way you should absorb the teachings. We have got primarily fundamental scriptures. What are they? First of all, the Vedas, the Vedic Upanishads. Then Bhagavad Gita, which is considered to be an interpretation given by Krishna on the Upanishads. Third is Brahma Sutras. It is all reason in the form of aphorisms. 500 and odd aphorisms are there. The first aphorism is Athato Brahma Jijñāsa. Say.
Athato Brahma Jijñāsa.
Now therefore is the enquiry into Brahman. What is meant by now? Not then, not later. What is meant by now? Therefore, wherefore? Is the enquiry into Brahman. Why it is Brahman and why is it an enquiry? Can it not be anything else? Can we not get hold of an aerial traffic and then get into and go? So this is the way it is discussed. We have got Yoga Vasishta Ramayana, about which I was speaking. Nutun Swamiji is speaking about Bhagavad Gita. And Ma speaks about a combination of several things in which Srimad Bhagavatam, I think, also is there. Ma told me that you speak on Srimad Bhagavatam. That would be better. That is why I have been speaking on Bhakti and all that. The Srimad Bhagavata is a text which all of you will do well to get exposed to. It contains 18,000 Sanskrit verses. It was written 1400 years back. 6th century AD. People say that it was written in the Tamil Nadu during the Alvar period. The language of Srimad Bhagavatam is entirely different from all other texts, epic texts. Vidyavadam Bhagavate Pariksha. For erudite and enlightened people even, Srimad Bhagavata often poses a test paper. Some usages are very, very difficult. It is divided into 12 skandhas. It discusses the entire cosmology. What is this universe? How it is made? Where from did it begin? How does it exist? When is it going to end? Everything is discussing. It discusses. It discusses the human personality also. Then what are we here doing throughout our life? We interact with the world. So our life is interactional. It is also experiential. From the experiential point of view, Srimad Bhagavata discusses the human personality, the world around, and the interaction between the two. By this very statement you can understand it discusses everything necessary for us. The whole existence is covered by it. The first verse of Srimad Bhagavata proceeds in this manner. Janmadyasya yatonvayaditharataha. We are discussing Satyam Param Dhimahi. We are discussing the supreme truth, Param Satyam. And what should you do? You should Dhimahi. You should reflect upon the supreme truth, make the reflection into a contemplation, and finally meditative absorption. That is what you have to do, nothing else. Janma Adi Asya. What is the supreme truth? The supreme truth is the one from which birth, growth, etc. of this universe have taken place. See, this is the subject of Srimad Bhagavatam. Is God mentioned here? Huh? The source of all existence and creation. Then finally it says, Satyam Param Dhimahi. We meditate upon the supreme truth. To make the readers meditate upon the supreme truth is the goal of life. In the second sloka, the author says, the author or somebody else, Dharma projhita kaidavotra paramo nirmatsaranam satam vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam tapatrayon Srimad Bhagavate Mahamunikrite Kimva Parairishvaraha Sadyo Hridyavarudyate Atra Kridibhihi Shushrushubistakshanad. He says, I am discussing dharma, righteousness, the ethics of life, in a threadbare manner, opening the whole skin of it, without any fear or favor. All kinds of shame I have left, and I have discussed it in a threadbare manner. The purpose of this scripture is Tapatrayon Say that.
Tapatrayon
It is to eradicate and resolve the threefold misery which anybody who lives in this world is constantly subject to contract. This world is a forum where three kinds of misery will be constantly assailing whoever lives here. Now, this threefold misery is sought to be alleviated and eliminated by this Shastra. By what process? Vedyam vastavamatra vastu shivadam. In this book, in this text, you have to know the vastava, the truth. That truth is such that it will alleviate your threefold misery. This kind of a Srimad Bhagavata, when it is there, what for are the other scriptures? This itself is sufficient. What does it do? Ishvaraha, the Supreme Lord, Sadhyo Hridya Varudhyade Atra Kridibhihi Shushruhu Shubhistakshanad. Whoever is devoted to listening attentively to the Srimad Bhagavata narration, whoever is devotedly listening to, because it is in Sanskrit, that person will be able to install the Lord in his heart. I don't think you are hearing. Install God. Where should you install God? In a puja room? And lock it after morning puja, saying that you don't come after me. I have my own work. I have to speak lies also. So don't interfere with me. Please remain here safely. No, you have to install God in your very heart. And that is what I am enabling everybody to do. How is this author fulfilling this promise? He is discussing devotion, the devotee, the growth and culmination of devotion in human and mental terms. What is devotion? How does it grow? How does it reach its culmination or climax? In various ways. Various dialogues are there. Some instances are there where the Paramahamsa author brings God and makes him stand before you. And there is a devotee by the side and he makes them interact in the form of a dialogue. Nobody will be able to write such a scripture. In Srimad Bhagavata, it is primarily inculcation of devotion. What is devotion? It is a natural fondness for the Lord. In devotion, nothing else is there. Natural fondness. When I met my Gurudev for the first time I saw him. I had not heard about him also. When I saw him, I developed a fondness for him. And that fondness still continues. Devotion is actually fondness for God. Don't tell me anything else. Many of you may have devotion, but are you fond of God? I have my doubt. If you are fond of God, do you know, the very thought of God will give you delight. Suppose you have somebody who is beloved or who is a lover. When you think of him or her, are you not feeling delightful? In the same manner, the thought of God will start delighting you. Nothing else is required. Whatever the fondness leads you to or makes you do, you do. You are free. You can bottle up your God if you want. There was a devotee in Kerala who used to find Krishna playful. She found that he was disturbing. So he caught hold of him, put him in a jar and closed. Actually, this has happened. Sometimes he used to climb a tree. When the mother went to beat him, then he said, "Come, I will not come, put your stick down. Then only I will come." So many things are there. It's all absolutely possible because the devotional fondness may result in many, many phenomena. How does this devotion grow? If it grows by itself congenitally, you are blessed. Otherwise, there is a way of growing this devotion, cultivating. What is the way? Nishamya karmani gunana dhulyan Viryani leelatanu bhikradani Yadadi harshot pulakashru gadgadam Protkandha udgayadi Raudi nrityadi. I am reciting from the 7th skandha, the 7-year-old Prahlada talking to his classmates, taking time when the teachers were absent. He said, our teachers are not teaching us the right thing, they are missing. Listen to me. All of them sharpened their ears and started listening to him. And this is the last installment of his talk. Nishamya karmani gunana dhulyan Viryani leelatanu bhikradani Yadadi harshot pulakashru gadgadam Protkandha udgayadi Raudi nrityadi. What is Srimad Bhagavata containing? Primarily, the story about Krishna. It takes you to the birth of Krishna and pre-birth condition. An ethereal voice was heard. He told Kamsa, the son born as the 8th child for your sister, it will kill you. He suddenly got angry and he was about to behead Devaki. Then Devaki's husband said, don't do it, the son is going to kill you, I will give you all the sons. And like that it started. Kamsa did everything possible to get hold of the child and kill him. He could not succeed. So when you are told of such a story, it becomes very exceptional, very, very, very astounding everywhere. That is the idea. Suppose you have a child and you write a biography of the child, will anybody read it? बोलिए ना, हाँ? उसमें कुछ नहीं होगा. So we want a biography which has got excellence and exploit at every point of time. That is what they have done. The original Krishna appears in Mahabharata. He was simply a human being, a friend of the Pandavas, who always interacted with them as a human being. He used to call Yudhishthira as Bhrata, his brother. But they found that that is not sufficient. We should give them a Krishna right from the beginning, that Krishna should have a totally different story. So many such stories are there. Nishamya karmani gunana dhulyan. Such heroic, adventurous, out of the world, out of the ordinary acts. When you hear all of them, Viryani leelatanu bhikradani. Many activities performed by a sportful body that he had assumed. Yadati harsho. Initially you will not like to hear. Gradually you will like to hear only that. And this hearing will start creating joy in you. Ati harsha. Extreme joy. Pulaka hashru gadgadam. Horripilation. Gadgadam. Your voice will be choked. Protkandha. Sometimes you will open your mouth. Udgayadi. Udgayadi. You open your mouth and start chanting loudly with no sense of shame at all. Raudi nrityadi. Sometimes some special scenes are discussed and read. It will make you shed tears. I was reading at one point Krishna's encounter with Dandavaktra. While describing it, Dandavaktra hit him on his head, Krishna. When I read it, I felt the impact. This all comes by a sense of identity. Protkandha udgayadi raudi nrityadi. You start shouting. Nrityadi, also dancing. Initially, you will not be able to chant Narayana, Narayana. All that will change and you will start shouting. Yada grahagrasta iva kvajid hasadi akrandade dhyayadi vandade janam. The devotion goes on increasing, getting intensified. It becomes overwhelming in its notes of expression, and you reach a state where you feel possessed by it. Grahagrasta. When you feel possessed by devotion, kvajid hasadi, some people start profusely laughing. Ha ha ha! All the sense of shame goes away. Hasadi, akrandade. They will start shouting. Not simply saying Narayana, Krishna, etc. They will start saying Narayana, Narayana. That sound will change. Akrandade dhyayati vandade janam. Sometimes they will close their eyes and be contemplative. That also is possible. Happens. Vandade janam. Whenever they see people around, they will not think that they are human beings. They feel their God Himself has come. So they will start falling at their feet, respecting them, embracing them, etc. These are all symptoms of devotion. Listen to. Akrandade dhyayadi vandade janam muhushwasan. Because they are overwhelmed and possessed, their breath will change. The body will become hot. There will be dirgha shwasa, shwasan. With that they will say bhakti, they will start uttering Hare Jagatpade Narayane Tyatmagadir Gadatrapaha. Hare Hare
Hare
Jagatpade
Jagatpate
Narayana
Narayana
Hare
Hare
Jagatpade
Jagatpate
Narayana
Narayana
Hare
Hare
Jagatpade
Jagatpate
Narayana
Narayana
Narayane Tyatmamadir Gadatrapaha. All kinds of shame vanish. And their mind get absorbed into themselves. They are chanting these names not because they see the Lord in front. It's all a handiwork of devotion and devotion alone. Narayanetya atmamadir gadatrapaha tadapuman mukta samasta bandhanaha. It is at that time that the human mind gets completely free from all kinds of torment and bondage. The mind becomes so placid, so beatific, so blissful, that it has no sense of any kind of an affectation, bondage, misery, grief, delusion, doubt, nothing. Mukta samasta bandhanaha tadbhava bhava anukrita ashaya akriti. Hearing a lot of exploits and excellences about God, initially they were not making meaning and relevance so much. Now all these expressions have got dissolved into their mind, and one after the other, the attitude and identity start rising, emerging in their mind. Thinking of one thing or the other, they become totally identified. The humanhood in them totally dissolves, and divinity springs up in full measure. All these are transformations which take place inside the body, in the plane of the mind and the intelligence. Tadapuman mukta samasta bandhanaha tadbhava bhava anukrita ashaya kritihi nirdagdha bija anushayo mahiyasa bhakti prayogena sametya dhokshajam. Nirdagdha bija anushayo mahiyasa. Bhakti becomes a powerful process, a powerful pursuit. As a result of this powerful pursuit, all kinds of tendencies, desire and what-not accumulated in the heart gets completely burned and disappear. Sametya dhokshajam. The mind having become clear and pure, the invisible Lord embraces them. What? Adhokshajam. Adhokshaja means he who cannot be seen by the eyes. Adhokshajalambhamiha shubhatmanah sharirinas samsriti chakrasadanam tad brahma nirvana sukham vidurbudhaha tado bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. Adhokshajalambham, the embrace of the invisible Lord for the people who are not very noble, pure and placid. Sharirinaha samsriti chakra sadhanam. It cuts across, completely cuts. All kinds of bondage, worldliness has created in you from birth. Completely cuts it away. Tad Brahma. This is what is called Brahma. Brahma means supreme reality, not the creator. Brahma. It is a Napumsaka gender. Tad Brahma Nirvana Sukham. This is what is called the Nirvana that people experience in the language of Jnana Shastra. Vidurbudha. Knowledgeable people know that this is Nirvana. Tato bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. Therefore, my dear children and classmates, what you should do, all of you should worship. Where? In your heart. Whom? The Lord of your heart. सुनिए ना थोड़ा, कहाँ दौड़ते हो? भगवान की पूजा करने के लिए मंदिर के पास, मंदिर, कहीं पर भगवान है क्या? Even if Bhagavan is there, you will see him and come back. So some people go to Guruvayur and come here. I ask them, have you left Guruvayurappan and come, or have you brought him with you? Nobody has said, I have brought him with me. आपका भगवान छोड़ने के लिए है, मिलने के लिए नहीं. Tato bhajadhvam hridaye hridishwaram. Worship the Lord in your heart. Don't take any flower, any material. Don't offer any nivedya, pudding. Worship him in your heart. He is the Lord of your heart. क्या सुनते हैं क्या? नहीं. कोधि प्रयासो असुर बालका हरेः उपासने स्वे हृदि छिद्रवत्सदः स्वस्यात्मनः सख्युरशेषदेहिनां सामान्यतः किं विषयोपपादनैः. My dear Asura children, what difficulty is there for you to worship the Lord? Why? He is present in your heart, like the sky and space everywhere. Sve hridi chidravatsataha. In your own heart he is present like the space which can never be vacated. Can God leave your heart? Huh? Can you ever capture him? He is already in your heart as yourself, whom you refer to as the I. Swasyatmanaha, he is your own soul. Sakyurashesha dehinam. He is the one reliable friend of all beings in this world. Samanyatah kim vishayopapadanaihi. Suppose you leave this worship, what are you going to take to? The perishable objects of the world, which only corrode your senses? Which only corrode your senses. What is this? Be wise, be discriminating. I don't read further, these are beautiful verses I like. In order to please the Lord, what is necessary? Nalam dvijatvam devatvam Rishitvam Vasuratmajaha Prinanaya Mukundasya Navrittam Nabahujnyata. Don't think that one has to be born in the Dvija community or should be born as an angel in the heaven. Rishitvam should become a saint. Va asuratmajaha. No such qualification at all is there. Prihinanaya mugundasya. In order to please Lord Mukunda, na vrittam na bahujnyata. No special occupational skill is necessary, and nor is it necessary to become erudite and scholarly. Are you following this? Na dhanam, na taponejya. I must have enough money and give a lot in the form of dana. No. You don't have to do severe austerity also. Yajna and yaga unnecessary. Na shaujam, cleanliness, vratani, various kinds of observances. Nothing is required to please the Lord. Priyade, amalaya. All else is ostentation. Chappanna. I think he will have indigestion. I was taken once in Delhi. I wanted to see this Chappanna Bhog. वहाँ जाकर देखा, मुझे भी थोड़ा खिलाया. Nothing is required. Therefore, what should you do? Etavan eva lokesmin pumsaswartha parasmrtaha ekanta bhaktir govinde yat sarvatra tadikshanam. My dear classmates, all that you have to do in this world, which will have meaning, purpose, and which will bestow fulfillment on you, is this. This is the greatest, most selfish act that you can think of. What is that? Ekanta bhaktir govinde. Ekanta bhaktir govinde.
Ekanta bhaktir govinde.
Yas sarvatra tadikshanam.
Yat sarvatra tadikshanam.
All that you want to have is exclusive, unflinching devotion to Lord Govinda. What is that unflinching devotion? Yat sarvatra tadikshanam. You already have eyes, and the eyes are open. They will be seeing every time. Whatever you see with the eyes, consider that all of them are godly and divine. इतना ही है, बोलिए. इसमें क्या कष्ट है? I think you are so sinful that you will never take to this practice. Arey, see God in everything. Everything as God. Yat sarvatra tadikshanam. In the 11th skandha, Sri Krishna primarily talks to Uddhava. But before that, 9 yogis and Nimi Chakravarti had an interlude, interfacing with them. In that, one of the yogis is analyzing devotion. I have to be fast. I don't know whether I shall be able to. He says devotion is of 3 stages. The first and the primary stage is worshipping an idol. And that worship of the idol is categorized as prakrita bhakti. Say? Thoda boliye na.
Prakrita bhakti.
Uncultured devotion. There is no refinement. भगवान क्या है, कहाँ है, भगवान के पास जाने के लिए या भगवान को लाने के लिए मुझे क्या करना है, भगवान किस प्रकार के हैं, कोई विचार मन में नहीं है. सभी तो पूजा करते हैं, मैं भी करूं. पूजा करने के लिए भगवान को नहीं मिलता है, तब एक पत्थर ले लो, करो. इतना ही, दूसरा कुछ नहीं. But still they are devoted. They have devotion. So he says, Archayam eva haraye pujam yashraddhaye hade. The puja meant for the infinite Lord Hari, they are performing only in an idol. Anything beyond the idol, they will not think. I am worshipping an idol. That idol idolizes God. that God is present in all. Therefore, is He not present in poor and deserving people? Why not I try to feed Him in the poor people? That kind of a thought never occurs to them. So they are very much focused on the archa, on the idol. And then if you want to improve, you must have some devotional friends, some Bhagavatas, Bhaktas, etc. Talk to them, see them, discuss the matter with them. That also you don't have. They see God only in their idol, nothing else. Sa bhaktaha prakrita smrataha. That devotee is an uncultured devotee. Ishvare tadadhineshu balisheshu dvishassuja prema maitri kripopeksha yah karoti samadhyamaha. The mediocre level of devotion is, devotion will be established and instituted in your minds. And the mind will foster 4 different attitudes. Which are they? Ishvare prema. Towards the Lord, you foster only love. God does not need anything from you. You will have only love for Him. Love Him and live. Living is yours. Loving is what He wants. Understand that the whole world rests on Him. So you also are resting. Can you forget Him? Be indifferent to Him? Remember Him with gratefulness. Forget everything. Simply love Him. And towards the devotees of the Lord, what should you have? Maitri, friendship. So that you will have something to share with them. They also will share with you. Enquire about their needs. Give something. That is how the ashrams are existing. We are all in devotional language great devotees. People like to come here, see us, and they try to help in their own manner. We don't ask anybody anything, but they feel like doing. Our land is very great. There are people who give bhiksha whenever a sadhu goes to their house. So, Ishvare tadadhineshu balisheshu dvishassuja. There are people who know nothing about God and devotion. They will start ridiculing also. So for such people, you must have sympathy for them. Suppose somebody mocks you, your devotion and devotional practices, be considerate and sympathetic to them. Somebody may not like you, even ridicule you. Towards them, your attitude should be one of renunciation, upeksha. Somebody has scolded you. Is the scolding true? Examine it. If it is true, go and fall at his feet. Your scolding is very good, I will improve. If it is not applicable, forget the whole lot. Who has scolded? He has scolded. What defect do you have? What share you have in it? He has scolded. Let him repent for it. Why are you crying and weeping? See the foolishness. Somebody has scolded me. Somebody has scolded. Let him cry. Why are you crying? See how unsubstantial our personality is. Yah karoti samadhyamaha. These 4 attitudes, if you pursue and preserve in your mind, that is called the second great devotion. What is the supreme level of devotion? I wanted to say this and then stop. Visrajati hridayam nayasya sakshat hariravaşabhihitopyagaughanaşah pranayarasanaya dhritanghripatmaha sabhavati bhagavata pradhana uktaha. Are you prepared to hear? Huh? Really? Visrajati hridayam nayasya sakshat hariravaşabhihitopyagaughanaşah. God is such a source that it or he will destroy all the sins. So, in order to destroy all the sins and safeguard you, where should you keep him? In the puja room? Keep him in your heart. And he should not be able to leave your heart. if you are able to tie the Lord in your heart in such a manner that He cannot leave. Visrjati hridayam nayasya sakshad hariravashabhihidopya gauganasha pranaya rashanaya. Say that. Pranaya rashanaya.
Pranaya Rashanaya.
By the rope or cord of love. In the whole world, where and what will generate fondness? Huh? Human hearts. Your heart alone can generate fondness. So the product of the heart is actually love and fondness. Make the love into a cord and tie the feet of the Lord. Yashoda tied him at hip. He ran away. Tie him right at the ankle. Tie him so many times around and firmly. Pranaya rashanaya dhridangri padmaha sabhavati bhagavata pradhana uktaha. That devotee is considered to be the supreme of all lovers and devotees of God. This is what Srimad Bhagavata does for you. After reading and hearing it, should you have any doubt? Any fear? Any reluctance? I always say, speak to God, don't worship Him. Anywhere and everywhere you talk to Him, whatever you like, scold Him also. Suspect Him, doubt Him, ridicule Him, praise Him, anything that you do. But the subject should be God. Now, to this kind of a devotion, when it dawns in the mind, it is sweeping. Na parameshtyam na mahendradhishyam na sarvabhaumam na rasadhipatyam na yoga siddhira punarbhavam va mayarpidatmechadi madvinanyad. A devotee who has devoted his heart to me, whose heart is completely fixed on me, that devotee never looks for anything else. Na parameshtyam, even Brahma's abode. Na mahendradhishyam, Indra's emperorship. Na sarvabhaumam, to be an emperor in the earth. Na rasadhipatyam, lordship of the subterranean regions. Na yoga siddhi, the ashtaishwaryas which yoga abhyasa is supposed to bestow. Na punarbhavam va, he doesn't even say, I should not be born again. If your life is good and beautiful, what is the harm in getting born again? Huh? Tell me. If you are very joyous, very prosperous, very successful, everything is okay, your heart and mind are filled with devotion to God, you find nectar alone everywhere, can you not live for 200, 300, 500 years? If not with this body, live with another body. Mayarpita atmechadi madvinanyad. Krishna tells Uddhava all these things. Nishkinjana mayi anurakta chetasaha shamda mahamdo akhila jiva vatsalaha kamairana labdhadiyo jushanti yad tanna irapeksham na vidussukham mama. When you foster devotion to the Lord, and the Lord is everything, all. When you foster devotion to Him and the devotional fondness start growing, you will feel you are full. Nothing else is required. You will not have any possessiveness about anything whatsoever. You become a non-possessor. Becoming a non-possessor, Mai anurakta chetasaha. Your mind is filled with anuraga, fondness for the Lord. Shantaha, you have become quiet, graceful. Mahamtaha, the aim of your life is not something paltry and earthly. It is very high. Akhila jiva vatsalaha, you develop vatsalya, affection for all the creatures and beings in this world. Kamaihi analabdhadhiyaha, the intelligence is not encircled by any desire whatsoever. Such people, in their heart, in their mind, in their intelligence, what kind of a sukha, comfort they experience? It is called nairapeksham. Say that.
Nairapeksham.
It arises from non-expectation. No expectation of any kind is there. That non-expectational comfort, delight and happiness, how can the others know about it, Uddhava? Others cannot know about it. They only know bits and pieces of comfort and happiness. Akinjanasya dhamdasya shandasya samajetasaha maya santushtamanasaha sarvaha sukhamaya dishaha. What a wonderful verse. Akinjanasya, say.
Akinjanasya.
One who feels that I own nothing. This body is not mine. It depends upon air, it depends upon water, it depends upon the... Such a body, how can I say it is mine? So I possess nothing. Whatever you possess is with this body. If body is not yours, the articles you gain with the body, will they be yours? So, akinjanasya, dantasya, senses are under control. Shantasya, mind is calm. Samajedasaha, he finds the same presence of God everywhere. Maya santushtamanasaha, his mind is overwhelmed, delighted by me, by God. For him, sarvaha sukhamaya dishaha. All places are filled with happiness and ecstasy. This is what he was asking me. Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati Arjuna. I take a little more time to explain these things. I am not happy, but still I am telling you so that you may know about it. Sarvaha sukhamaya dishaha. It is not a meditative and absorptional happiness you have for half an hour or 1 hour. It is overflowing, overwhelming, inundating happiness. Wherever you see, whatever you do, the mind becomes blissful because the mind is the self. When there is such a devotee, what happens to him? Nirapeksham munim shantam nirvairam samadarshanam anuvrajamyaham nityam puyeyetyankri renubhi. I think Srimad Bhagavata ends here. What does it say? Nirapeksham munim shantam. A person whose mind is free from expectations, who is given to truthful introspection, and hence who has a peaceful heart and mind, from which no sense of vaira, hatred ever emanates, springs. The mind is free of all jealousy, hatred and competition. Samadarshanam, who finds his God equally present in everything he sees, hears, smells, touches and tastes. In all the sensations, tell me who is first present. I am present. God is first and last present in everything. When he starts seeing in this manner, I search him out. What? Krishna says, I search him out. Anuvrajamyaham. Say? Anuvrajami means I closely follow him. Nityam, incessantly. Why? Why? So that the dust of his feet may purify me. Suniye na thoda. Suniye na. I sometimes cry. Not really crying, I feel like crying. Such a great wealth of devotion and devotional direction we have. How many people are devoted to God? You ask them. Tell me where God is, how much you have. Will you do any exercise which has got no meaning and purpose? Prayojanam anuddishyana mandovi pravartade. Even a dunce will not do a work which does not yield a result. But our devotional effort never yields a result, and they are quite happy. We generally want to be following God. Here Krishna says, this kind of a person is one whom I follow closely, so that my body will be covered by the dust of his feet and I shall be purified. When I was reading all these things, I always felt, I will make God follow me. I will not follow him. भगवान के पीछे दौड़ना, छिप भगवान हमारे पीछे आ जाए. This is the pinnacle of devotion that you can think of. And this wonderful text describes it, mind you, in the last advice of Krishna to Uddhava. In the comfortable, cool, undisturbed chambers of Dwaraka palace. We don't have that palace now. It went down the sea. I was told that some remnants of it have been discovered. I don't know whether it is true or not. Tell me now, whether the author's first promise in the second verse, is it true or not? Huh? My role is to install God in the heart of the devotee who even listens to the Srimad Bhagavatam with intensity. This is devotion. इसके लिए कितना खर्च करना चाहिए? Tell me, does it require any money to be spent? Even if you spend money, will it have any effect? Huh? What is required is your heart and mind. Are you prepared to lend it? Remember this. Simply give your heart and mind. Ask him to come and stay there. Let him not stay anywhere else. He will sit in your heart, will never disturb you, but will look after you very well. If he is seated in your heart, all the mistakes that you do, he will be the sufferer. So he will see that you are never led to a mistake. It is such a safe, comfortable, easy and assuring path. I have always found devotion is very simple, innocent, straightforward and very facile. By birth, I belong to tradition. Our families were very, very traditional. We believe in orthodox worship, etc. Brought up in such a background, I don't lack anything. Sufficient orthodoxy is there. Tradition is there. Now when I start reading, one day I went to the village where my body was born and they wanted me to talk to them. So I was talking. There is a deity there, a Devi deity, a Swayambhu, self-born. So I was saying, I have worshipped in this temple. So many years I have worshipped here. The deity remains in the same manner with no change. But I have got a lot of change in me. After that I felt, did I say the right thing? जिस देवी की पूजा मैंने की, उस देवी में कोई परिणाम या परिवर्तन नहीं है. पहले भी वो पत्थर था, पत्थर थी, अभी पत्थर है, क्या परिणाम है? फिर भी वर्शिप करने वाला, I have great change. I find her everywhere. I like to talk like this. My idea is somehow your attention should be drawn and you should be able to become good and noble devotees of the Lord who install Him in your heart and live a glorious, noble, alluring, appeasing and ecstatic life. Will you like to recite this verse? നിരപേക്ഷം മുനിം ശാന്തം
നിരപേക്ഷം മുനിം ശാന്തം
നിർവൈരം സമദർശനം
നിർവൈരം സമദർശനം
അനുവ്രജാമ്യഹം നൂനം നിത്യം
അനുവ്രജാമ്യഹം നിത്യം
പൂയേയേത്യംഘ്രിരേണുഭിഃ
പൂയേത്യംഘ്രിരേണുഭിഃ
പൂയേയേത്യംഘ്രിരേണുഭിഃ
പൂയേത്യംഘ്രിരേണുഭിഃ.
Okay. Shall we conclude? हा कृष्णाच्युतः कृपाजलनिधे हा पाण्डवानां सखे क्वासि क्वासि सुयोधनादपकृतां हा रक्ष माम् आतुराम् इत्युक्त्वा क्षयवस्त्रसम्भृततनुं यो रक्षतापद्गणात् आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः आर्तत्राणपरायणः स भगवान् नारायणो मे गतिः. हरि हरि हरि. We shall have the concluding Omkara. हरि ओम तस् जय